They dedicate their lives to helping orphaned animals. They open their hearts and homes to all the challenges of raising a young life, no matter how large or small. They are the Wildlife Nannies. Today on Wildlife Nannies, it's a very special day for squirrel monkey Annie. The little baby has to find her way back to her roots. Nanny Lara introduces her to a new mommy monkey. How will she acclimatize to her new surroundings? Exciting days are ahead for the mini pigs Wilbur and Willy. These two are being relocated to Nanny Anita's farm. But it's not always easy making friends, especially when there's a pecking order. Will they get some peace and quiet at the farm? And on our wildlife moment, Nanny Dana is reunited with some of her former bottle babies. Boy, have they grown fast. And she'll be introduced to some newfoundlings. These small, gutting mini pigs were born a few weeks ago at Tina John's farm. Although they're now frolicking with their mother, they survived a horrible ordeal. They were found half-starved in a dark shed with their mother at a farm. Now they face a bright, happy future at Anita Summers' farm north of Berlin in Bendelin, Germany.
Hello, good day. Oh, my sweethearts.
Anita has a lot of other animals and also 2 other mini pigs that she hopes will be good company for Tina's babies.
Come here, come on.
Anita has been active for the Animal Protection Agency for many years and has developed a special love and knack for all animals.
The way I look at it, you have to be observant when dealing with animals. I always take in the ones that come towards me, even if I don't like their color. I mean, my farm isn't supposed to be liked by me, but by the animals.
These little pigs take to Anita right away. They seem to sense that Anita decides according to her heart, not by looks alone. And so, the decision is made to move the 2 little babies to Anita's farm. But will they find happiness there? Early morning in Plettenberg Bay, South Africa. Nestled in the lush green hills of the African rainforest lies Monkeyland. This is where Nanny Lara has taken care of orphaned monkeys for many years. Every morning, Lara makes her rounds through the big enclosures where countless little monkeys of every species live. It's feeding time, and this is also where she found the tiny baby squirrel monkey, Annie.
This area is just around the corner from where Christian, our curator of primates, found little Annie. We call her Orphan Annie. Her mother gave birth to her quite late one evening. It was quite a chilly night, wind was blowing. It's generally a really miserable evening, and then that's when the monkeys go into labor. Annie was born, but mother died in the process. It's a very tragic happening, and Christian did a routine check in the forest and then came across Annie's mum. Picked her up, found Annie underneath, happened to have little scissors in his pocket, so he cut her umbilical cord and quickly wrapped her up in a little lappy or something he had with him and brought her to me to hand rear.
Today, Lara's got big plans for her little monkey. Elsewhere in Africa, Nanny Dana is returning to the famous Harmonious Wildlife Foundation in Namibia. Dana has no fear of big cats and has raised many of them here herself.
This is a very special day for me. I'm off to visit an old friend with Fricky now.
She's on her way to be reunited with male lion Zion, whom she hasn't seen for over a year. The cuddly baby is now fully grown.
Amazing, he's gotten so big.
He's not learned to put in his nails many times, so you just have to tell him, "Hey, take it in," and then he's listening to you. But he's quite easy to handle. He's having the same personality as his father. It's a bit nasty sometimes, you know. But the other one, his elder brother, is much more calm. It's like your mother. Don't do it. Yes. Zion, Zion, wake up. I think she very fast overcome her fears.
One has a lot more respect now. Because of the size alone, they have a lot more strength. Even if they don't want to harm you, they can still push you over or knock you down without even trying. But it's wonderful to see him now, to see how big he's gotten.
Okay, you see the moment he's doing this, he's telling me, I don't like you. Then you just give him time, respect him, and then he's okay. He's very jealous. He's like his father. He's a bit of a fighting spirit. His father is a killer.
Dana is starting a new job today. She'll now take care of 3 grown wildcats. Will she form a special connection like she had with Zion with her newfoundlings? It's time for last-minute goodbyes in Germany. Tina's 2 orphans are being relocated.
Come here, baby.
And Tina knows exactly how difficult it is to catch the 2 brisk little babies.
To catch them is always difficult. I don't think there's any pig that wants to be caught and put in a carrier.
Tina will have to use all sorts of tricks to catch these 2, or simply trust Anita's powers of persuasion.
Go on in. It's a nice box. Go into the box. Just come on in. There's a nice surprise waiting for you, something tasty. Have a look. I'm always worried about hurting them. I'm afraid to hurt their thin little legs while I'm catching them.
And if the powers of suggestion don't work, other methods have to be used. And voila! Mini Pig Willy is in the carrier. Of course, his brother Wilbur now takes off. But it only takes one careless moment, and Tina already has him cornered. So that the little one doesn't escape, the package will be sealed properly. After all, these 2 are off to a beautiful new home. The separation is hard for her natural mother, too. She's not thrilled at the prospect of losing her young and watches the proceedings carefully. Anita has to keep a close eye on her.
We once caught a piglet, and another pig just attacked us and chased us around. It wasn't even the mother, just a strange pig that heard the squealing from the baby and charged us. It's pretty scary, even if it's just an animal like this.
Now that all the excitement has passed, the transport's ready to leave for Anita's farm. But will Willy and Wilbur be able to make a home there? In South Africa, Nanny Lara has arrived at home. Here, she raised Annie by hand with all the love of a real monkey mother. The 4-month-old squirrel monkey has never known any other mom, but now it's time for a change.
She should be about ready to be introduced to other squirrel monkeys, and quite sad, so we're kind of just lying in the garden reading a magazine and hanging out a bit. It used to be just, you know, Annie, myself, and Sheba over here. I'm drinking milk. Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah.
Time for one last feeding. But the moment of departure is drawing near. Even though Lara feels heavy-hearted, she knows that it's the right thing for Annie.
Annie? The easier you introduce them to their own kind, the more adept they are with their social skills and the better standing she'll have in the society. I don't want her to be a subordinate, like a juvenile, like a nobody in her society. I'd like her to be a somebody one day, and if you don't release them early enough, then she doesn't have a chance to become a somebody.
How will Annie fare in the new monkey community? Meanwhile, Anita has reached her farm, and her 2 little new additions are already being greeted by their potential comrades. Here at Anita's animal farm, the famous rule, all animals are equal, still exists. But are some pigs more equal than others?
I think this is a pretty exciting moment. The big question is, how will these two react to the new stable and the new surroundings? How scared are they? Okay, sweetheart, come on out. You're all excited, aren't you? What do these guys want from you, huh? First you get thrown into a box, now you're being thrown out again. You don't even know what you're supposed to do you?
Everything is new and strange for Willy and Wilbur, the two mini pigs. And it will take some time before they get used to their new surroundings, which are quite different from the open area at Tina's. But Anita first has to make sure they get used to the smells here. What will happen when these two meet their own kind here at the farm? Will everyone get along? Today, Annie will meet her new adoptive monkey mother, Chippy. She'll now slowly have to get used to her.
I remember her. She's that old squirrel monkey that we got from some lady who had as a pet. Yeah. She's going in the special monkey home, isn't she?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit into the forest, the mouse sort of just irritates her a bit. Chippy?
Chippy, hey, can meet Annie. Look, Annie. Look.
I'm sure they'll get on fine together.
Well, I think this is going to be just fine. Yeah, we'll just maybe put some new leaves and trees and branches in for tomorrow and some cut grass or something. Chippy just doesn't seem too interested all the time, but and neither does Annie for that matter, but that's actually a good thing and not necessarily a bad thing, because it's better that Annie finds her own way and maybe scent marks a little bit on her own in the enclosure, and I'm sure the old lady will be more interested when the humans are away. It's generally when humans interfere that you know, they back off and do their own thing, because we're just not cool enough. Tomorrow we'll come back and hopefully the two will bond. Look what she's doing.
Annie even brought her new monkey mom a little surprise as a present. And Chippy takes the tasty mealworm gracefully. But will she accept this new little baby in her cage?
Thanks, Chris.
The big moment of the first meeting is dawning at Anita's farm. The adult pigs are already excited, and Willy and Wilbur have had a little time to get used to their new surroundings. They've even dug around in the backyard already. But will they be accepted by Bessie and Babe, the two grown mini pigs?
My only concern is that something might still happen. So I'll be keeping an eye on these four to see if we can't make this all work out.
Bessie, Babe. So. Bessie, Babe. Bessie, Babe. So, du musst.
Come on in. Come on over. Take a little sniff.
Bessie.
There's nothing like a hole in the wall to raise a pig's curiosity. Pigs can be quite territorial, and this first meeting is being chaperoned by a slightly nervous Anita.
All the sniffing shows that they're already trying to get to know each other. They're not being aggressive, and they're simply interested in each other. It doesn't mean, though, that nothing will happen.
The first meeting is not going smoothly. Then again, these newcomers are invading the territory of the more established older animals.
Well, they got used to this room last night. They've got their food in here, but they are invaders and strangers, and I guess the others want to chase them away.
Will there ever be peace on Anita's farm? It's the last evening together for Annie and Lara. It will be hard for Lara not to have the cuddly little monkey at her side all the time. But as a trained nanny, Lara knows what's best for her baby.
Something I found is that she enjoyed watching Animal Planet. I put it on TV. I didn't know what television do you put it, what channel do you put on for a monkey? I mean, it was just, people used to laugh at me about it, but I put it on Animal Planet, and at least the programs are friendly, and they have other animals in it, and some forest, and I would go run up to the office and do some things up there, and then come down to the office at my home, and I try to work from there as much as possible. But as you can see now, she's a hooligan, so it's time for her to go into the forest.
Annie has a very close connection to Lara, and there's a very good reason why.
The difference between her and any other squirrel monkey that I've ever hand-reared was I got her before she even had one sip of milk from Mum, because Mum was actually still in labour when she died. She's also been very easygoing because she doesn't know that there's a mummy that's better than, you know, a human mummy. She just knows a human mummy. What are you?
Annie loves her human mommy from head to toe. So how will she react to a real monkey mother? In Namibia, 3 cheetahs are waiting for their new nanny Dana at the Harmonious Wildlife Foundation. Dana hopes to make herself popular by bringing her new foundling some breakfast. Now that the cheetahs are fed and satisfied, it's a good time to get to know them a bit more. These 3 seem to trust Dana already.
A farmer tried to catch the grown mother with the babies. He stuck the babies in a cage and hoped to lure the mother with their calls. Thank goodness that didn't work. He then called Harmonious, and we raised them from there.
Cheetahs are the fastest animals in the world. They can accelerate faster than most sports cars. Dana's new foundlings have become a little lazy, however. To whip them into shape, Dana's thought of a little game. Cats are playful, but also like to sleep. Nanny Dana offers them all the activities she can possibly think of to help them deal with life in the wilderness. This afternoon, a trip down to the local watering hole is also on the agenda.
Around noon, the cheetahs love to lie around quietly in the shade. They want to be lazy and sleep. I use this chance every day to brush them and to check that they have no injuries. Just to check them. When I just sit next to them, they fall asleep right away and just totally enjoy their siesta. It often happens to me that I fall asleep with the cheetahs around this time.
And so, a wonderful day comes to an end for Dana. She was not only reunited with her previous baby Zion, but also bonded with her latest foundlings. She now has the chance to remain in Namibia and accompany these wildcats until they reach adulthood in the wild. It's pig versus pig at Anita's, and neither side seems to want to give in. Bessie and Babe sure make Wilbur and Willy realize who the boss is here on the farm. But Nanny Anita won't tolerate any disharmony on her farm, especially outright fighting. The big motto here will always be, everyone is equal.
The little piglets have to be able to move around the yard as freely as all the rest of the animals. When everyone gets together, no one hurts anyone else, and that's also my goal with these little ones. That every animal here will be a good friend to them.
Everyone at the farm is waiting with bated breath to see if these fighting pigs will become a family after all.
This is like a big adoptive family, and these two pigs are all part of that family. The big ones have to accept the little ones so that they can learn from the older ones. But I think we'll get them all there.
And like any other family, fights are quickly forgotten when visitors arrive. Nanny Tina has decided to come by and see how her former foundlings are doing with Anita.
I'm really pleased with how things are turning out so far.
By the time evening comes around, it seems clear that everyone will eventually calm down. Every animal is happy at Anita's little farm, and in the end, the pigs are all equal indeed. Dawn is breaking in South Africa. Lara spent her last night with Annie. Right now, she's being transferred to her new monkey mommy. Annie got to take one little memento with her from home, her favorite stuffed teddy bear.
Look at that nice friend.
The first greeting is not exactly the warmest, but the little one doesn't appear to be seen as a disturbance by Chippy either.
Come, that's a good girl. Okay.
At least Annie and Chippy are being cordial with one another.
See? Go, come, try the box. Whoa! Whoopsie. Okay. Oh.
As a special present, Lara built a little blue house for Annie to spend her nights in. Looks like Annie's really enjoying her new home.
I don't think there's any concern, so I think it's probably quite safe that I just come out, you know.
Annie is doing well at this new enclosure, and Chippy will slowly warm up to Annie and teach her the true life of a squirrel monkey. But Lara still wants to make sure that Annie's all right in her new surroundings.
It's great that she's actually eating so soon after just being placed in here, so that's actually really good.
Lara is especially proud that her little monkey can climb so well, even though Annie was raised somewhat non-traditionally.
Doesn't seem to be battling with the little twigs and branches, and the balance is perfect. I'm surprised she's actually such an eager climber.
Lara is breathing a sigh of relief. Chippy is finally warming up to Annie.
When it's bedtime, Chippy won't go to bed without Annie being in bed. So Chippy's taken on the protective auntie role, and Annie seems to be quite happy with that. So I'm extremely happy with the introduction, and I think after this introduction, we'll give it a week or two, and then we'll actually move the two of them into a larger group. And hopefully a year from now, Annie will be in the forest making boyfriends or friends for that matter. And probably in about 2 years from now, Annie might be pregnant and she'll have a baby of her own, and definitely or hopefully she will raise her own child.
Thanks to Nanny Lara, Annie survived and was raised with love and care. Now she can finally enjoy her new life with her own kind. Next time on Wildlife Nannies, Nanny Gabby's youngest kangaroo, Charlie, needs to be introduced to the rugged wilderness. But will he find his way in the darkness? And volunteers Suzanne and Laura have had a long-time dream of helping animals. They're now taking care of antelopes, mice, and chipmunks. It's a 24/7 service for orphaned animals. And saying goodbye is always hard.